Welcome. This is Perpetual Fitness Training, and my name is Holly. Thank you so much for joining me for your workout today. All right, today we have a yoga Pilates mix. We're going to have yoga flows and yoga stretches mixed in with the Pilates moves as well. So we're going to have deep core training. We're going to have balance work. We're going to have muscle lengthening. We're going to have muscle strengthening. Everything packed up into one 1 hour session. So this is a great session for anybody that wants a lot of efficiency in their workout. All you need today really is a mat. You can have water nearby. I always recommend that. Maybe a block, probably not a strap. The music, it just is what it is for you. Everybody has a different idea of yoga music, and they have kind of different feelings toward it. So if you want to play rock, you can play rock. If you want to play classical, you can play classical. This one will definitely get that heart rate up. So anything that speaks to you works for me. We are going to start on the floor. So let's go ahead and just get going. Okay, let's begin seated in a comfortable position. So this is easy pose. If this is not comfortable, you can use a block and place it underneath those sits bones. So you're sitting up on the block. That does help to relieve pressure through the hips and especially the knees. So maybe this is a more comfortable position for you. You're also welcome to do anything that feels good. So you can take those legs out straight. You can bring one in. It's about comfort, right? So this part doesn't really matter. I do want you to think about sitting up nice and tall. So we're going to find those sits bones. We're just going to move the meat out of the way, root down through those sits bones. Lift that heart up, but we are keeping the ribs connected to the hips. Think about lengthening out through the top of the head. So if I have my hand right above the crown of your head, you are reaching to try to reach my hand. That is just out of the reach, right? So you have this really nice lengthening through each vertebrae. Pull those shoulder blades together. Think about opening through the collarbones. You're trying to make that area nice and wide. Pull that belly in gently, closing those eyes. Let's focus on the breath. So as we inhale, we're pulling air into the rib cage, and as we exhale, we're just slowly releasing all of that air out. The inhale is meant to draw in oxygen. The exhale is meant to relax the body. This is where the heart rate slows in that exhale. Give me 3 more deep inhales and slow exhales. With that inhale, see if you can give me that 360 breath. You're breathing into the sides, you're breathing into front and back. And the slow, controlled exhale. You're trying to make this exhale as long as you can. Last one, big inhale. Slow exhale. We're going to start with some neck warm-ups, chin to chest, lift the heart. Big inhale, exhale, slowly take right ear toward right shoulder, hold, we're dropping that left shoulder. Big inhale, exhale, rolling to that other side and hold, dropping that right shoulder. Stay tall in the spine, so we're still lengthening out through that spine. We're staying off the diaphragm. Coming back to the center, nice big inhale. Exhale, really push that chin in, lift that heart. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head all the way back, teeth together. Feeling the stretch along the front of the neck. And inhale, head, center. Exhale, looking over that right shoulder, nice and easy. And center and left shoulder. And back to the center. Grab a hold of those knees. Let's just round the back, lean back. Inhale, lift up tall, stacking once again. Up nice and tall. Exhale, tucking around. So these are seated cat and cows. Lifting up when you're ready to inhale, up nice and tall. Exhale, tucking around, lean back. And coming back up nice and tall. We're going to move into tabletop. So however that is easiest for you, just making sure our knees are underneath the hips, the wrists are underneath the shoulders, nice wide fingers. We're going to take a nice big inhale. Hold on, I forgot to take off my socks. And as we exhale, we're going to curl those toes and we're just going to press it up into a bent knee downward dog. So belly is nice and tight. We're taking tailbone to ceiling as we press that chest in. Shoulders move away from the ears toward our back pockets. We're staying bent in the knees so that we can really focus on that upper body. Pushing through those hands and just breathe. Feel that expansion in the chest and in the back as you inhale. One more time. And tummy tight exhale. We're going to slowly come on down to those knees. Keeping the toes curled, just press the hips back. So stretching through the toe flexors, getting the feet ready for the work as well. Coming back to the center, nice big inhale. Exhale, take it back into bent knee, downward dog. Once you have that upper body position, you can start to jog the legs or straighten the legs out. Think about giving me a straight leg rather than focusing on pressing the heel into the mat. We're still pushing that chest toward those thighs, the tailbone pointing up to the ceiling, belly pulled in nice and tight. And now we're just going to slowly bend and come back down in control. Top of the feet to the mat, working on our plantar flexion. We're going to lift our knees up. Keep the weight between the second and third toe and go until you feel the stretch. So everyone will be different and they'll have a different level. Even daily it can be different. Go ahead and take it down. And for the last time, curling those toes, take those hips up and find your full downward dog. Maybe you want to continue to jog the heels. Maybe you're ready to go both legs straight. You want to really think about pushing that tailbone up as you drive the chest toward those thighs. And just breathe. And then slowly coming down into that tabletop position. We're going to take the right leg forward to the front of the mat and we're just going to sink down. So a modified runner's lunge. Now you're welcome to take your hands up to your thigh, or if you have that block, you can use a block. But the idea here is that you're pressing the hips toward the floor. We're stretching that hip flexor, which is the space between the hip bone and the thigh. That should be on your left side. If you're tight on the right, you can feel inner thigh, you can feel hip, you can feel glute. It just kind of depends. I'm sore from my workout yesterday, so I'm kind of feeling this all over the place. Nice big inhale. And exhale, let's go ahead and just gently bring this leg back. And now we're going to change it out. Left forward, sink down, knee and ankle are stacked. Really think about reaching back with that right leg so that we feel that right hip flexor. Abs are tight. If you need to go deeper, your belly moves to the inside of your thigh. Keep that breath flowing. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, we're going to curl the back toe and just give me this little stutter step to bring that back leg in so that you can easily curl that back toe and press off, finding forward fold. Tailbones up toward the ceiling as we lay the chest on the thighs. If you need a block here, or hands to the body, we're trying to get that straight leg. So we're not trying to bend the knees to touch the floor, right? Touching the floor isn't the goal. The goal is the straight leg. So your hands go wherever they need to. We're going to soften the knees and we're going to press through the feet and just slowly roll up. At the top, you're just going to give me a nice, easy shoulder roll. Take a nice big inhale, arms reach up. As we exhale, nice and slow, swan dive, pressing the hips back, pulling that belly in as we slowly come down. Coming up into half forward fold, hands to the shins, nice flat back. We're reaching out with the crown of the head. As we reach back with the tailbone, the shoulders are away from the ears, and we have a nice straight spine here. A big inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to find our way back into forward fold. One more big inhale. And as we exhale, knees soften and we slowly roll up. Now each vertebrae gets to take its time coming up so that the last thing to stack up is the head. And then you're going to give me a shoulder roll. Big inhale, reach those arms up. Swan dive, finding our way into forward fold.
Belly is pulled in and up toward our rib cage, tailbones reaching toward the ceiling as we're trying to lay our chest on our thighs. Legs are straight, block if you need it. Hands to the shins, half forward fold. Reaching out with the crown of the head, reaching back with the tailbone. Gaze should still be down at the floor, but it is in front of your feet. Nice big inhale, exhale, go ahead and take it down. We are going to step back with the right foot. We're going to find a runner's lunge. Hips drop, tummy's nice and tight. Give me a nice big inhale. On the exhale, I want you to press off with that back foot and come back into forward fold. Nice big inhale, exhale. We're going to step back, left foot, big step back. Let the hips sink. Find that runner's lunge, full runner's lunge. Back leg is straight. Nice big inhale as you exhale. Press off, finding that forward fold again. Tummy's tight, head drops. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Reach those hands up. Exhale to the heart. Good, building on. Nice big inhale. Swan dive, forward fold. Coming up halfway, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back right into that runner's lunge. Let the hips drop. This time we're going to drag that left leg back and we're going to find plank. So maybe you're in full plank, maybe you're in modified plank. Our belly button is pulled in and up toward our rib cage, shoulders away from the ears, and we're pushing the floor away. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, elbows back toward the ribs as we chaturanga all the way to our belly. Inhale, gentle lift, up dog or cobra. Squeezing those glutes gently. Take it down. Tummy's tight. Take it back. Finding child's. Use that block between the thigh and the calf if you need to here. That'll help your knees out. And let's go ahead and find that tabletop. We're going to take it back into downward dog. Let's take that right leg back, hip level, squeeze the glutes, both hip bones point to the floor. And we're going to take a nice big inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to drive that foot in between those hands. So if it gets stuck, just go ahead and place it forward, back into that runner's lunge. Belly's tight, pressing through that back heel. Pressing off, finding that forward fold. Tummy's tight, tailbone up. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Hands in prayer overhead, exhale to the heart center. Inhale, reach up. Hands reach out as we swan dive to forward fold. That belly's pulled in and up. Half forward fold, hands to the shins. Shoulders away from ears. And let's go ahead and take it back down into forward fold. We're going to step back with left. Big step, hips drop. Feel that stretch. Let that back leg be strong, tighten through that kneecap. And we're going to take it back into plank. So you can step back and find full plank or knees down for modified plank. Belly is tight, pressing against the floor. Big inhale. Exhale, elbows graze the ribs as you come all the way to the belly. Take an inhale. Exhale, come on up. Cobra. Up dog, shoulders away from ears. This is cobra. Keep those glutes gently tight. And now pulling that belly button in even tighter, let's take it back to tabletop and then coming back into child's pose. Reaching those hands out, sitting back, feeling the stretch not only in the upper back, but through those legs as well. Coming back into tabletop, nice big inhale, exhale, curl those toes, downward dog. And now we're going to reach back now with that left. So it just reaches straight out. Your hips are pointed at the floor. So we're trying not to open up through that left hip. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to drive this leg forward. Help it along if you need to, finding that runner's lunge. Take time to get into this position, whatever you need to do. We're going to stay here for another breath. And then as we exhale, we're going to push off with that back foot and find forward fold. Tummy's tight. Feel that upper body just dropping to the floor, crown of the head reaching to the floor as that tailbone reaches to the ceiling. And keep those abs tight as we slowly come back up, reaching to the ceiling, hands to the heart. Adding on again, nice big inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Coming up halfway. Exhale all the way down. Stepping back with that right. Big step back, hip drops, hold. Big inhale, exhale, take it back into plank, full or modified. This time you have the option to hover in chaturanga. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, elbows to ribs, hover. And come on up into up dog or all the way prone and come on up into down into cobra. We're going to curl those toes and take those hips up, finding downward dog. Feet together. Let's take that right leg back. Both hip bones still pointing to the floor. We're going to sweep this leg forward, finding that runner's lunge again. Hips drop. Pressing off with that back foot. Find forward fold. Dropping those hips, hands next to the hips. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, we're going to keep our legs where they are. We're going to lift our chest up, reaching our hands out. Shoulders are down, blades together. Pull that belly in and up. Nice big inhale as you exhale back into forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Other side, nice big inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Coming up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back left, abs are tight, hips drop. Feel the stretch in that back leg. Nice big inhale as we exhale. We're going to take it back into plank. Full or modified. Big inhale. Exhale, come on down, hover or to your belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Shoulders are down, tummy's tight, knees off the floor if you're an up dog. We're going to curl the back toe, press it back into downward dog. Let's take that left foot back. It should be about hip level, both hip bones pointing to the floor. Feel that right heel trying to touch the mat. Big inhale as we exhale, sweep that leg forward, finding the runner's lunge. Nice big inhale, exhale, press off, finding forward fold. Drop those hips, hands come back by the hips, pull your belly in, and let's go ahead and just take that chest up. Legs stay where they are. Hands are reaching out from the shoulders. The blades are down and together, opening up the collarbone. Nice big inhale, exhale, press back. Give me a little back bend if you'd like. And then drag those hands down your center. Good. Take a nice big inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Coming up halfway. Exhale all the way down. Stepping back right, big step, hips drop. Big inhale, exhale, take it back into plank. Big inhale. Exhale, moving down. And then up dog or cobra, shoulders down, tummy's tight. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, press it back, downward dog. Let's take that right leg back, hip level. If you'd like to go ahead and open that hip, you can. I'm going to demonstrate from this position here. Take a big inhale as we exhale. We're going to sweep that foot forward, finding that runner's lunge again. Hips drop. Big inhale, exhale, press off, forward fold. Bending those knees, hips drop, hands sweep back. Inhale, exhale, sweep those hands forward, shoulders relax. Maybe this time we want to come up a little higher with those arms. Listen to that low back. Keep it right here if this is your happy place. Take an inhale. Exhale, take it up. Slow back bend. Hands stay up toward the ceiling. And exhale, hands in prayer at the heart. Last time, inhale up. Reaching out, swan dive. Coming up halfway. All the way down. Stepping back left. Nice big inhale, hips drop. And exhale, coming back into plank. big inhale. Exhale, slowly coming down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Shoulders down, knees off the floor if you're in up dog. Curl those toes, take it back, downward dog. Three-legged dog. We're going to sweep that left leg back. It can be hip level, both hips pointing down, or you can raise that leg to the ceiling, opening up the hips. Nice big inhale, exhale. Bring that leg in between, back into that runner's lunge. Pressing off with that back foot, find forward fold. Sinking the hips, hands reach back, belly in. Let's go ahead and take it up into chair. If you'd like to lift those arms up into fierce. Press through those feet, coming up, baby back bend. And head comes back up. Exhale, hands into prayer. And then go ahead and release. All right, if you need some water, you can go ahead and grab that real quick. All right. So you should be feeling warm with that sun salutation. We're going to come down to the floor and we're going to begin our Pilates section. So from the floor, we're in that bent knee position. Your hands can be behind your legs or they can be out. Now I want to stop for a second because I want to talk a little bit about engagement with the belly. So we talk a lot about pulling your belly in, pulling it up towards your rib cage. And the best way that I think to imagine that is that you have fingers that are just lightly touching the area right by your belly button. This is your transverse abdominis. And it's just sitting right at your belly button. You're going to pull your abs away from those fingers and pull it up toward your rib cage to help engage through the pelvic floor as well. So just imagine as you're pulling the belly button in, and then you're pulling up through the pelvic floor like you're trying to cut off a stream of urine and engage that entire area. That's what we mean when we mean pull in and up. So just kind of have that reference in your mind as we do these exercises. All right, so we're up nice and tall. Those hands reach out or they can be behind the legs. We're going to take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, let's go ahead and just come back at the flat back. Once you feel the muscles underneath that belly button engage, I want you to pull those abs in and just give me a little C curve. We're going to inhale here, and then as we exhale, one vertebrae at a time, slowly down until we come down onto our back. All right, let me get my mic pack out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and start with our Pilates. So from here, we're going to take our arms overhead, take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to nod our head and lift our shoulder blades off the mat. So the move does not come from the neck. It comes from the muscles that are just at that rib cage. So just imagine you're using those upper abs to try to lift up. Your gaze happens to come at your belly button because your chin is pulled in towards your chest, but is not touching your chest. Take a nice big inhale here. As we exhale, we're just going to slowly release it. Take your neck left and right if that neck is tight. Now you can choose to do all of these with your head and chest on the floor. It just means that your legs will be higher rather than working from a lower position with that head and chest up. So please keep that in mind when you choose the exercise you're going to do. Let's go ahead and take those arms up. Nice big inhale. As we exhale, once again, nodding and then lifting the shoulder blades off. And let's go ahead and take those legs up into reverse tabletop. They are squeezing together. Tummies in. So feel how much work this is just holding this position here. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, let's go ahead and lower everything again. So we're just slowly sneaking up onto what we're about to do here. So remember, you can take any of this and you can just continue this work if this is a lot of work, or if you're ready to go ahead and take it up. We're going to inhale, lift, nod and lift. Let's go ahead and bring those legs up, reverse tabletop, squeeze those legs together. We're going to start by taking the right knee into the chest. The left hand is under the knee, the right hand is at the ankle. We're going to stretch out that left leg to your level. So it can be here, or it can be as low as here. We're looking for that low back to stay still and not have any strain. We're going to inhale and exhale. So this is a 2-pull. Inhale and exhale. If you're familiar with Pilates, you can actually do this both. So inhales for both legs and then exhales, if that makes sense. So it would be inhale, Inhale, exhale, exhale. Give me 2 more. Good, and let's go ahead and release it down. You can take that neck left and right. So if you're more advanced, some of these you can do with that magic ring or a ball. That would work perfectly fine as well. Let's go ahead and nod the head, lift up, hands reach out, legs are in that reverse tabletop, knees are stacked over the hips. We're going to go ahead and take both legs up. Take a nice big inhale. Slowly drop those legs down. Exhale, lift them back up. Inhale, hands can be behind the head. Exhale, there's just no pressure on that neck. Or you can be right here. Inhale, drop. Exhale, squeeze those legs together. Pull in with that pelvic floor. Last one. Excellent. Go ahead and take it back in. Let that head down. You can, again, roll it side to side. All right, double leg stretch. We're going to roll up. So nodding the head, lifting those shoulder blades off. We're grabbing a hold of the ankle, or hands are pressed at the ankle. We're going to reach hands and legs out. We're going to sweep those hands to the side as we bring everything together. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping that trunk steady. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, exhale, sweep. Take it down. All right, side to side here. Very nice. So that's a double leg stretch. From here, let's go ahead and bring those legs back into reverse tabletop. We're going to squeeze those legs together. Head can stay down or take a nice big inhale. Exhale, nod and lift. Hands are off of the floor. So from here, we're going to lift that right leg, and you're going to take those hands and grab somewhere on the leg, either thighs or the calves. We're going to extend that other leg straight. Again, it can be at any level that agrees with your low back. Keep the low rib on the mat. Take a nice big inhale. Double pull. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Belly is nice and tight. Good. One more each side. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Now singles. Your hands can be off and hovering off the floor if you like. Nice big inhale. Exhale, switch. And switch. And 3, 4. Tummy tight. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take it in. Woo! Roll that neck side to side. You should definitely feel those abs warming up. And come back to the center. So moving into crisscross, we have that reverse tabletop. Knees are stacked over the hips. This time, hands come behind the neck. We're going to take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to nod and lift. We're going to extend the right leg, and we're going to turn so that we're facing that left. The knee does not come in toward the chest. It stays stacked over the hips, and we think about reaching our shoulder to the knee. So we're going to take an inhale, inhale. Exhale. That's 2. Inhale, inhale, exhale. 4. Inhale, inhale, exhale. 6. Really get some rotation here. And 8. Bring it in. Woo, side to side. All right, I really hope you're feeling that core. Oh, I know I am. All right, from here, let's go ahead and move into bridge. So you can rock and roll to come on up, and then go ahead and flip yourself around. And if you have a block, go ahead and grab that block. If you don't have a block, sorry, you don't need to rock and roll unless you just enjoy that, because we're going to do the bridge with the block. The block is just meant to go in between those thighs. You can use anything, a ball, a rolled up towel,
a foam roller. Anything is fine, or nothing at all. If you have nothing, you're squeezing your knees and your feet together. We're trying to get some inner thigh engagement here. Walk the feet as close to the body as you can. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, articulate that bridge. So tuck your tailbone and slowly lift vertebrae by vertebrae, squeezing the block until you come up to the shoulders. Really press through the heels so you get into that glute. Take a nice big inhale here as we exhale slowly, one at a time, all the way back down until we release the tailbone. Take an inhale, exhale, tuck the tailbone, press the sacrum. Now slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Really use that core. Squeeze the block, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold at the top with an inhale, exhale, squeeze the block as you come down. Let's do that one more time. Nice big inhale. Exhale, squeeze, tuck, and press, coming all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly coming back down. Now we're going to do that with a hinge, which means we're not going to worry about each vertebrae at a time. We're going to try to come up with a nice flat back. So pressing into the feet, squeezing the block. Inhale, exhale, take it up and hold. Big inhale. Exhale, take it down and hover. Inhale, exhale, squeeze that block, lift up. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the block, take it down and hover. One more time, nice big inhale, exhale, press up, squeeze that block. Inhale, exhale, all the way down. All right, let's go ahead and keep the block where it is and take those legs up. So again, if you don't have that block, you're just squeezing those legs together. We are going to do a double toe tap from this position. Knees are over hips, hands are relaxed next to your body, but you are reaching down towards your feet and pressing into the mat to help engage those lats and to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Now you're welcome to come up into that hover position if you like, or just keep that upper body down. If 2 legs is too much, you're going to remove the block and do one at a time. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, curl up if you're doing it. We're going to inhale, drop those legs down. Exhale, pull them together up. Inhale, squeeze the block. Exhale. Exhale. Three more. Big inhale, drop. Belly tight, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, crunch together a little bit more. One more time. Good. Go ahead and take that head down. We're going to take that block. If you have it, we're going to place it in between the ankles or shins, whatever feels good for you. If you don't have the block, again, you're just squeezing those legs together. Hands down. Nice big inhale. Exhale. If you're curling up, go ahead and curl up. We are going to take those legs down for 3. Exhale, up in 1. 1, 2, 3. That's your inhale. Exhale, 1. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, lift. 4 more. Squeeze that block. 2 more. One more time. Listen to that low back. Don't take it too low. Exhale. Bring it in. Let that head relax. All right. We're going to go ahead. One more time. Extend those legs out. Tummy's nice and tight. Big inhale. Exhale. Crunch up if you're crunching up. Leg circles. 4 times each direction. Good. These are medium size. Our pelvis is still. You can place your hands on your pelvis if you want to check in. Other direction. Breathe. Last one. Good. Take it down. Remove that block. And just give it a little break. If you want to take the knees into the chest, that's fine. You can also rock side to side. All right. Once again, nice big inhale. Exhale. Roll like a ball. You can do this 3 times. And then come on up, hover if you can, and then take it down. We're going to move into tabletop from here. So go ahead and take those knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath those shoulders. Let's go ahead and just relieve that low back. Drop the belly, look up, nice big inhale. Exhale, tuck and round. Push the floor away. Push the spine to the ceiling. Inhale, drop and look up.
Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale. And exhale, hold. And come back to the center. So in tabletop, we have equal pressure between those hands and the knees. We are going to release that right leg behind us. So without sinking over to that left hip, just lift the knee up, make sure the weight hasn't shifted, and then just take a toe back. Pull that belly in and up toward the rib cage. Nice big inhale as we exhale without shifting. Just lift that right leg up. Squeeze into the right glute. The leg is no higher than your hip. Staying right here, and then if you'd like to reach that left arm out. Again, nothing shifts. We're keeping it in the center. Feel how much harder that is when you don't allow your body to shift, but try to keep everything midline, right in the center. Take a nice big inhale as we exhale, gently press it down. Now let's go ahead and do it to the other side. Shake out those wrists if you need to. So finding that all fours tabletop position, pull your belly in and up. Tighten through that pelvic floor. So we're going to lift the left knee, but keep everything center so we're not shifting our hips to the right. Everything center. Once you have it, take that leg back. Nice big inhale. If you're ready, exhale, lift the toe up, squeeze through the left glute. Tummy's nice and tight. You can reach through the toes, or if that's uncomfortable, you can flex your foot. If you'd like to go a little further, nice big inhale. Exhale, we're going to lift that right arm up, but once again, nothing shifts. We're keeping everything center line. Breathe. Just give me the best you have. Give me one more big inhale. And then exhale, slowly take it down. All right, we're going to move on to our glutes. So you're just going to cross those knees or cross those feet and come back down so you're in that bent knee position. However you can get there is fine. Moving into boat pose. So we're going to start with the first level, and then we're just going to slowly keep adding to it until we get to the final expression of boat pose. You can stop anywhere along that journey. So hands behind the back of the legs. We're sitting up tall, nice big inhale. As we exhale, belly is pulled in and up, and we're leaning back until we feel the abs underneath the belly button ignite. Once that happens, you're going to release those hands out. And then we're going to go ahead and hands behind the legs, come back up, and you can round right here if you like. So that may have been very easy. That may have been very challenging. If it was very challenging, I want you to stay at that level. If you're ready to add on, we're going to be up nice and tall. We're going to lean back until we feel the transverse abdominis underneath the belly button. Get involved. Then we're going to release the arms. And now we're going to lift the right leg. Breathe. That belly stays in and up. We're breathing into our chest. One more big inhale. Exhale, foot down, switch. Keep lifting through that heart. This is a flat back position. One more time, nice big inhale. Exhale, foot down, come on up. Good. And you can rest here. All right, a little bit more. Next time, when you're ready, up tall. Leaning back, tummy's in nice and tight. We're leaning back to that sacrum. That's about where you should be, or the flat part of that spine. From here, we release arms. Leg, either leg at a time or both legs. Bring those legs together if you like, or have them separated. The belly is pulled in. We haven't lost the integrity in our back. Breathe. And take the feet down and up tall and rest. All right, this next one involves some moving parts. So if you just want to hold the boat pose, you're welcome to. The last stage will be lifting and lowering the legs, so a lot more core engagement here. All right, so sitting up tall, hands out, leaning back, belly pulled in and up, one leg, then the other, separated or together. We're going to drop the legs down. Inhale, exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, drop. Exhale. Don't lose that spine. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Give me two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. and exhale. All right, go ahead and take it out and just give me a forward fold, reaching that crown out toward the end of your feet, reaching that tailbone back behind you. Shoulders are relaxed. You can grab a hold of the body. Here you can use a strap. You can grab the feet. If you have the flexibility, you can also put the block at the end of your feet, and you can grab that block to help pull you deeper into the stretch. I am not there. I'm just a foot grabber. Shoulders relaxed. So one thing we tend to do is kind of really reach and bring those shoulders up by the ears. Remember that it does not matter where your hands lay. It matters that you're feeling the stretch, not only through the back of the legs, but maybe into that low back as well. All right, let's go ahead and take it up. We're going to find our way back into tabletop. So once again, however that works for you. Tabletop, curl those toes, nice big inhale. Exhale, find downward dog. Press the chest toward those thighs, tailbone up, pressing into the palms and pinky fingers with straight arms, shoulders away from ears. You can jog the heels or keep them down, reaching toward the floor, but let's make sure those legs are straight, really feeling the stretch through the calves. Now from here, we're going to take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we are just going to walk the feet forward, finding forward fold. And now let's go ahead and slowly reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to the center. Going back into a flow, nice big inhale up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. We're going to come up halfway, flat back, reaching out with the crown and the tailbone. Take it back down into forward fold. Stepping back with the right, we're going to find that crescent pose again. We're dropping the hips. Hands come back, tummy tight. Let's go ahead and take it all the way up into full crescent. The back leg is straight. We're pressing back through the heel. We're reaching the arms toward the ceiling. The shoulders are down, blades together. We are facing forward. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale deeper. Hold. And take a nice big inhale. Exhale, we're going to lay the chest on the thighs. So if you need to bring those hands into prayer, that's fine. Or reach those arms up. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, press through the feet to bring yourself back up. Inhale. Exhale, back to the thigh. Big inhale. Exhale, press through the feet. Come on up. And one more time, reach down. Big inhale. Exhale, press and come on up. Let's bring those hands into the heart center. We're going to transfer the weight to the front leg. So we're going to hip hinge and transfer that weight to the front, bringing or floating that right leg up. Finding warrior three. We're squeezing into the glute. We're not feeling it through our back. The more you squeeze into the glute and reach with the leg, the less tension on that back. Pull that belly in. Hands can reach out or they can stay in prayer. We're going to slowly come back down into crescent. So foot drops, arms come up, reach. Hands to the heart, slowly down, push off, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Coming halfway. Exhale all the way down. Stepping back left. Find that runner's lunge, hips drop. Hands back, take a nice big inhale, exhale, reach. Back leg is straight. We're sinking into those hips, shoulders down, blades together, belly's tight. As we press that back leg, push that heel. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, chest to the thigh. Your hands can be in the heart center. Nice big inhale, exhale, back to crescent. Inhale, exhale. Belly's in. Exhale when you're ready. Press through the feet to come up. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale, come down. Inhale, exhale, come on up. Hands come into the heart center in prayer. Give me that hip hinge. Transfer the weight to that front. And then slowly lift that back leg. Both hip bones point to the floor. Arms can reach out or we can keep them in prayer. Really watch that left hip. He'll want to open. Press through the entire foot of that stabilizing leg, and that stabilizing leg is slightly bent. Go ahead and take it back into crescent. Hands to the heart, slowly down, push off, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to the heart center. Going again, nice big inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Coming up halfway. Make this a good half forward fold. Exhale all the way down. Stepping back right, crescent, hips drop, hands sweep back. Inhale, try to take it up with those arms overhead. They can be in prayer. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, lean down. Take an inhale, exhale, press up. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, press up. One more time, inhale. That back leg still has lots of integrity. Exhale, come back up. And let's go ahead and take it back into that hip hinge. Hands can be at heart center. Transfer the weight to that front leg. Let that right leg float. Both hip bones point down. Hands can stay at heart center or they can be reaching overhead. Take an inhale as we exhale. Foot comes down. We reach back up, hopefully, into crescent. Hands to the heart center. Take it down. Push off, forward fold. Don't worry if that doesn't look your best. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. It's not what it's about. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Give me what you got. Nice big inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Coming up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, crescent, let those hips drop. Hands reach back, nice big inhale. Exhale, press and come on up. Good, all right, taking the chest down. Inhale, exhale, press and lift. Inhale, down and reach. Exhale, press. Inhale. Exhale, lift. And now we're going to take it down. Hands can be in prayer or straight out. And go ahead and transfer the weight to that front leg. Let that left leg float. Both hip bones point down. Hands can reach overhead. Remember that stabilizing leg has a little bend. Press through that entire foot. Taking it down, finding crescent. Hands to your heart all the way to the floor. Push off. Find that forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to your heart. And release. Great opportunity for a little water if you need it before we move on to our next section. All right, that heart rate should be up again. Breathing a little heavy. Starting in mountain at the front of that mat. Take a nice big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. We're going to step back left and right, finding tabletop. Knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. I forgot what they were called for a second. Okay, from here, we're going to move into a kneeling side plank. You can do this on the forearms or on the hands. We are going to keep that right side planted. So the right knee plants, the right hand plants. I do like to rotate my right foot out away from the body as I stack that left one flat into the mat. And I'm just going to move my yoga pants out of the way here so that I don't slide. You want your foot on your sticky mat. All right, from here, we're going to lift that arm up so you can see my right knee is underneath my right hip. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you pull that knee in or you stack those feet. I'm going to show from kind of that middle position. All right, we're lifting from our side waist. We're reaching up. Now lift that left leg up and slowly tap it down. And lift 2 and down. And 3 and 4. We're going to take it up. We're going to hold it here. We're going to point our toe and sweep it forward without pushing our hips back and collapsing. So as forward as you can. Flex your foot. Take it back again without collapsing forward. Point and sweep. Flex, reach back. Point and sweep. Keep that pelvis still. Flex the foot, reach back. That's the work. Point and flex. Hold here, point the toe, circles. These are small, volleyball. 2, 3, 4. Switch directions. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and take it back into plank. And you're going to curl those toes, and maybe you can pop up into full plank. Maybe you need modified. Maybe you need to take a second and shake those hands out. You can do that side plank from the forearm if the hands are too much. Perfect. All right, from here, we're going to move to the other side. So I'm just going to switch directions so that you can see me. All right, so this time the left knee goes down. I like to take it away from my body as I slowly stack my hips, extending that right leg straight. I'm going to reach that right arm up. The wrist is right underneath the shoulder. The knee can be under the hip. It can be halfway between, or you can have it with both legs straight, whichever level you want today. Let's go ahead and flex that top foot. We're going to lift it up. And now let's go ahead and start the reps. Drop and lift. Good. Tummy is pulled in tight, even though we're working through that side waist. And hold. Point your toe, come forward, flex and come back. Really watching that pelvis. Flex and come back. Point, flex. One more time. Point and flex. Now come back to the center. Point the toe circles. 1, 2. It's a volleyball. 3, 4. Switch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and gently come back down. Big toes together, knees wide, sitting back, reaching back into extended child. You can take this opportunity to kind of roll the wrists, flex, and release the hands. Deep breaths. Get control of that breathing. All right, from here, let's go ahead and take it up into tabletop. From tabletop into plank. Perfect. From plank, downward dog. Feet together in the center this time. Really press through the heels. Tailbone up, shoulders away from ears, right leg back. We're going to sweep that right leg in between those hands, and we're going to turn that back foot. We're going to press through the feet and come on up, and then we're going to open up to the left. So we're going to open up right into Warrior Two. We're sinking into that front knee. That right knee is pressed back, so you're using the external rotators of the hip to push that knee back. We're pushing through that back foot on the blade of the foot or pinky toe side. Hands reach out, they float. Shoulders down, blades together, gazing over that front middle finger. Just hold here. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, it sink a little deeper. Really feel the stretch through the inner thigh, the strengthening through that front leg. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to take that right arm to the thigh. We're going to reach over with the left. Now the hips you'll find kind of want to go up, so really double check that they're low. Keeping that gaze up. Release that left arm down. Come back up. One more time. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Arm can be on the thigh, or you can let it hover. Press through the feet to come on up. Woo! Let's go ahead and take it down. We're going to find our way back into plank. Nice big inhale. And exhale, take it back into downward dog. Whew. We're going to take those feet together. We're going to reach back with the left. Nice big inhale. Exhale, sweep it forward. Back foot turns. You're pressing through the front foot and through the entire foot on the other side. We're going to slowly bring our arms up. And we're going to find that Warrior Two again. So we're pressing through the external rotators to push the leg back. We're pushing that right foot into the mat. So I'm going to turn again. Right blade of the foot is pressed in. You're pressing into that front left leg. The arms float up, shoulders down, blades together, looking over the front middle finger. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, sink. Big inhale. As we exhale, let's take the left arm to the thigh, or you can let it hover. Right arm reaches up, bicep near ear. Gaze stays up or to the side. Try to avoid looking down. You'll tend to fall forward. Press through the legs, come on up. Press that front knee back. Sink low. Nice big inhale, exhale. Coming up and over. Sink those hips down. You can let that arm float. And press through those feet. Come on up. And let's go ahead and take it back down. We're going to find our plank. We're going to take our knees down. Big toes together, knees wide. And take a little break with Child's. Let that head drop. Nice, deep cleansing breaths. You're really pulling air in and then slowly releasing it. All right, from here, we're going to go tabletop. So now we're going to come onto our belly or prone. So you're going to walk those legs out, and you're just going to slowly chaturanga down, or however it's easiest for you to come down. So working into the back body, we've done lots of flexion. We've done very little extension. So I want to work on that extension through the spine to help keep that spine healthy. This is not everybody's favorite, but I want you to do the moves that you can do, because any type of extension is better than no extension at all. So from here, we're just going to square up to the floor. I like to start with my hands reaching out. Those shoulder blades are away from my ears. My head is lifted off the floor, but it's just hovering. My face is pointed down at the floor. We're going to take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, let's go ahead and just lift the right leg. You're trying to get the thigh up off the floor. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, drop, and switch. Lift the left. And take it down. So you can continue with that, or take a nice big inhale, exhale, both legs off. Squeeze through the glutes, pull your belly away from the mat. So even though it's squished onto the floor, you have your belly button pulled in. Release it down, take a nice big inhale. One more time, exhale, lift. One more big inhale, and exhale, take it down. So now we're going to take those hands in, and we're just going to stack the hands and let the forehead fall on the hands. Now, this next move has nothing to do with your neck and everything to do with your back and chest. So the neck is along for the ride. Try not to start the move in the neck, and try not to lift the neck. It's lifting because your back is lifting, your chest is lifting. So try to keep that in mind as you do this. You're heavy into the floor, so you're really, really pressing the hips down. You're still pulling that belly in. Legs are heavy. Take an inhale. As we exhale, we're just going to lift our chest, floating the arms. And slowly take it down. If you need the help, the hands can come forward. We take a nice big inhale. We exhale once again, so you can press through it like a cobra, or you can do the more difficult, which is taking both hands off. Slowly take it down. One more time. Press through the legs, tighten the glutes, lift that upper body. And slowly take it down. All right, we're just going to rest one cheek on the hand. Just a little break here. You can rock side to side on those legs, releasing through the low back. All right, so you can repeat any of that, or you can try to do locust. So we're just going to go ahead and extend those arms down by the body. The palms are up. You're reaching toward your feet, so the shoulders are away from the ears. Pull that belly in. You're going to lift the legs. You're going to lift that upper body and see if you can lift those hands. You're going to reach those hands toward the feet, coming up even higher through that chest. Tummy's nice and tight. Breathe. Squeeze those glutes. We have one more big inhale. And exhale, stack those hands, and now you're going to take the other cheek to those hands. Relax your glutes. One more big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come back to the center. Hands reach out, or again, whichever version you're doing. Nice big inhale. This time as we exhale, we're going to lift our chest, hands float, and then the legs. Or you can lift it all together. Good. Really reach to those feet. Really lift those legs up and breathe. Those glutes are working. Tummy's pulled in tight. Breathe into the chest. One more time. And slowly take it down. Hands on either side of the chest. Press it up. And once again, slowly come back into your favorite child's pose. So whether that's with those legs parallel or extended with the big toes together, knees wide. Whichever one feels best to you. I like extended. Just breathe. And gently come on up into tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to go ahead and have a seat. All right, just a couple more stretches to finish it out before we do our last corpse pose or final relaxation.
Okay, from here, we're going to move into half deer or 90-90. So we're just going to take the front left leg. The shin is parallel to the front of the mat. The knee is just slightly outside of the hip or directly in front of the hip, whatever makes your hip happier. And then you're just going to swing this back leg behind you. Knees coming out of the hip. The ankle is coming out of the knee as best you can. You'll tend to kind of want to shift to the left. I want you to come center as much as you can. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we're just going to lay our body over that front leg. You can have a block in front, or you can just take those arms down. We're trying not to list to the left. It's going to be very, very tempting, but we're trying to press into that right side instead. Keep that tummy tight. Feel that release through that front leg. Into that hip, maybe even inner thigh. I feel a little inner thigh today from my workout yesterday. Keep that belly pulled in for support. One more big inhale. Now as we exhale, we're going to press through the legs to lift rather than lifting up with the hands. Let's go ahead and take the left hand down, right arm up and over. We're just getting this nice gentle side stretch. Inhale up. We're now going to take the right hand. We're going to grab that outside shin, and now the left arm comes up and over. So this should be a deeper stretch for you. Breathe into that side, really into those ribs. Feel them separate. And now go ahead and release that hand. Now we're going to move into dancer. So we're going to place, this is called dancer stretch. We're going to place that left hand onto the mat. Reach up with the right, nice big inhale. Exhale. Press the hips up like you're trying to push them to the ceiling as you reach that right arm up, shoulders away from ears, and just feel this whole front body stretch. And slowly come on down. Let's go ahead and switch. Woo. All right, so right knee's coming out of the hip or slightly offset from the hip. The foot is directly in line with the knee. And then once again, same on that other side. It's a 90 and a 90. Trying to come over to this left side, trying not to hang out onto the right side. Nice big inhale. Exhale, lay over that front leg. Using whatever props you need to make this comfortable. Bolsters work well here as well. Breathe. And now we're going to press through those legs instead of lifting with the hands. Lift with the hands if you need to. Once we're here, right hand down, left arm up. Nice big inhale. Exhale up and over for a nice easy stretch in that side waist. And gently come on up, grab a hold of that shin and come up and over. So right arm is reaching over. Really reaching out more than reaching down. And coming back to the center, let's go ahead and place that right hand down, reaching up with the left big inhale. Exhale, press those hips up, reaching to the ceiling. Push, push, push. And then slowly back down. All right, from here, we're just going to go ahead and slowly come on down. So from that bent knee position, you can slowly come down in a C curve, one vertebrae at a time, or feel free to just move and roll over onto your side to get to the low back. Once you're down here, knees to chest, rock side to side. Coming back to the center, drop the low back down, side to side on the low back, and then just give me some little circles. So this should just release through that low back. And then go ahead and place the feet down. We're going to take the right ankle over that left knee, figure four, press the knee away. This might be enough. Feel that openness in that right hip. If you'd like a little more, flex both feet, bring them in, grab a hold of that thigh, shoulders relax down. Breathe deep. Really trying to focus on slowing the heart rate. One more breath. Exhale, release the feet. Let's go ahead and switch, crossing the other side. Press the knee away first. Feel the openness in the hip. I want you to know how that feels so that when we bring those legs together, we don't collapse into that hip. We're really trying to push that knee away
as those legs come closer. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, grab a hold of the thigh and push that knee away as you pull those legs in and open into that hip, both feet flexed. Breathe into the hip, the inhale and the exhale. One more time. And go ahead and release that down. All right. Finding your Shavasana. It can be knees bent. Maybe today your low back is bugging you. It can be legs up the wall. Maybe your ankles are swollen. You can have feet together, knees wide to open up through the hips. You could have knees together, feet wide if that feels more comfortable to you, or traditional Shavasana. I welcome you to do whatever you need to do to get in a nice relaxed position. Sometimes placing something over the eyes or socks on the feet if you're in a cold environment, whatever helps you to just relax. This is your opportunity to just take a few minutes for yourself. We spend so much time in that high revved up position and we don't spend a lot of time in this nice relaxed position. So take the opportunity. Hands next to the body. The fingers can be curled into the palm. You can, of course, also have your hands across your belly if that's what you like. Feel those shoulders draw back. Feel the expression soften in the face. Focusing on the breath. Take a nice big inhale. You're trying to make it to 6 counts. Use the diaphragm to slowly and control exhale for 8 counts. Really relaxing through the shoulders, the jaw. Feel the low back release, the spine gives. The legs are just naturally in that hip joint. I want you to stay in this Shavasana for as long as you can, really focusing on relaxing the body. Namaste.